Welcome back to Tune Up with On-the-Go Sports. I'm Chris Martin, joined by Dash, my son, aka Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke showed up representing the Cowboys and the Ohio State Buckeyes. And so we're backyard balling again, but we called an audible today. We decided to go to a local park just to be able to show you that you can mix it up, you can move around, find a local park to get everything done. That is possible. That's exactly what we do as we continue to tune you up in the summer and make sure that you're ready to go for football season. Today, like I said, we will focus on the running back position. We'll start with the stance and then working on the proper start, how to take a handoff the correct way, which always seems to be a challenge for young kids. And then we'll finish off with a little fun, make the defender miss playing in space. So everybody loves to tote the rock. This will be a fun addition today. Go. So the first thing we're going to talk about in the running back position, you can either be in a 2-point stance or a 3-point stance. So we'll start with a 2-point stance. How do I know it's a 2-point stance? Because you have two parts of your body touching the ground. So if you look at Dash, he looks like Ezekiel Elliott here. Nice and comfortable. All your power's in your lower unit. It's your butt and your legs. So you want to be very relaxed and ready to go. He's got a good balance and a good base. He's not too wide. He's not too narrow. So that's exactly what you want. He's very comfortable and ready to go. This is the ready position. So then if we want to go down into a 3-point stance, let's see a 3-point stance. Beautiful Dash, okay? How do we know it's a 3-point stance? Well, there's 3 parts of your body now touching the ground. Of course, your 2 feet, and he has a hand on the ground. I always like to say the important things here. Gotta keep the butt down. Butt is down, your back is flat. I always like to tell the little guys, I should be able to sit a glass of milk up on your back and not spill it. So you want that back to be nice and flat. Then you want the head to be up. Dash, head up so you can see where you're going. And I always like to give them a little challenge. Dash, how many fingers am I holding up?
2.
How many now?
1.
Louder. How many?
3.
Why do I do that? Because I want to make sure he has his eyes and his head up. If his head's down, only thing you can see is his own 2 feet. So you can test him that way, make sure that they have the head up. And then lastly, back in the 3-point stance, Dash. Okay, head up. You want to make sure that this hand, you don't want a lot of force in the ground. You don't want it to be very rigid. You want it to be lightly placed on the ground. So I should be able to come up, knock the hand away, and it come right back. Knock the hand away, it come right back. Knock the hand away, it comes right back. That's a sign that he's in a perfect 3-point stance. And so we'll put it all together for you right now. I'm going to be the quarterback. And what I'm going to say is ready. Dash will go into a ready position or a 2-point stance. Then I'll say set, and he'll get down in a 3-point stance. Let's try it, Dash. Stand up first. Ready. Set. Eyes up. Beautiful. Now he's ready to go. Probably want just a little bit of a wider base. Feet are getting a little bit narrow. A little wider base. And then boom. That's perfect. So that's what we want to do when we get in that running back stance. Again, let's go over the keys to it. Dash. 2-point stance. 2 parts of my body touching the ground. Nice and relaxed. I can go down in a 3-point stance, okay? Butt down, lower unit. That's where your power is. All right, and then you want that hand lightly placed on the ground. As we talked about, should be able to knock it away without any problems. And that's a good stance, and now you're ready to roll. So Dash, what we're gonna do right now is I just want a nice, easy start out of a 2-point position. So I'll say ready, and you'll stay in the 2, and I'll just move the ball. And all I want you to do is do a quick jog to me, okay? Just so that we can see coming off the ball still. We remember what we learned against when we were talking about wide receivers, that the play starts when the ball moves. So Dash has to have good eye discipline and watch the ball and be ready to react. So Dash, get in a 2-point stance. Good. On the ball, you're just gonna go to me. Ready, set, hut. Good, nice. Make sure we don't pop up. Let's try it again. Hustle back, good, good. Let's try it again. Let's just stay in a 2-point this time. We talked about 2-point stance, 3-point stance. This time I'll just keep him in a 2-point stance. So we'll go in a ready position, Dash. Ready. When you see this ball move, come to me. Go. Nice, nice. One thing that he did there that I do want to coach up, and you see this oftentimes when you're working with young guys, is when you're in that 2-point position and you're getting ready to come off the ball, you want to come out low and hard, almost like a bull. You want to come out like you're shot out of a cannon. Dash his feet on the last rep. When he went to come out, he actually had what we call false step. That foot went back first and then he took off. We talked about detail. We talked about attention to detail. You don't want that. That's going to slow you down. This foot right here has got to go forward first. So the key is no false steps. You should never go backwards to go forward. So you want that first step to come out, boom, you're ready to go. Woo! All right, next we're gonna talk about, and this you gotta really pay close attention to, because as long as I've been coaching for 20 plus years, this is one of the hardest and most technical things for the young guys to be able to figure out, and that's taking the hand off the proper way. And so what we wanna do, here we go, Dash. Let's get our hands up. I'm gonna be the quarterback. How would you take a hand off here? Show us your pouch. Let's say I'm on this side. So I'm gonna come on this side. So we're gonna flip this around, okay? We'll have this side up, good. So here's what you wanna do, all right? You want that bottom palm. I always tell the kids, the bottom palm should be facing the sky. You wanna open this up nice and wide right here. These fingertips should be under this elbow, okay? And so now the quarterback can stick the ball in there like so, and Dash is ready to go. Okay, now I can flip it around on this side. Dash, beautiful. See how he flipped his arms, okay? Now he has this elbow up, has this hand underneath this elbow, and I can slide the ball in there again and have a great exchange. This is the mesh point. You want to be able to have a great exchange, clean exchange at the mesh point. And so kids will say, all right, I got it, I understand it. Dash, you got it? Now, here's the rub, here's the challenge, is that you gotta know when you go to the left, Dash, when you go this way, when I go left, which arm is on top? If you're going that way. If I can hand up, beautiful. When you go to the left, your right arm is on top, okay? It's counterintuitive. If you go to the right, your left arm is on top. That's gonna be the key. That's what you gotta be able to communicate and teach the young ones at home. When I go to the left, my right arm's on top. I go to the right, my left arm's on top. And they'll say, all right, I got it, I got it. And I'll say, all right, well, let's see you do it in action. All right, so Dash, 2-point stance right here. Now he's gotta react to what I do. Now I'm not telling him which way I'm gonna hand the ball off, okay? He's gotta react to what he sees and be able to put it all together. I like to make sure these kids are thinking on their feet at all times. Can they process the information? Can they process what they're learning? Dash is gonna be behind me, 2-point stance, Dash. Awesome. Now react. Whichever way I go, you got to put the proper hand up on top. Good stance. That looks great. Here we go, Dashy. Ready, set, go. Nope. That's why we do this. All right. Let's try it again. Here we go. 2-point stance. Ready, set, go. Beautiful. Much better. All right. Much cleaner. See, he had his arms, all right, the wrong way. So that's why we coach it up and we correct it. Now, in action, it's harder for these guys. Why? Because they got to think fast and process. And so that's why you want to get the reps out of it. The key to this is repetition. No matter what, it's how many reps these young guys take to get it. Let's try it one more time, Dash. That was beautiful. Let's try it one more time. He doesn't know which way I'm going to go, so he has to trust his eyes and react to what he sees. Here we go. Ready. 2-point stance. Put it all together. Set. Go. Nice. And that's okay, right? He realized, he caught himself, said I had the wrong arm up, but because he's learned it, he just flipped his arms the right way. That's a good job. Way to think on your feet. That's what you want to make sure they do. So, as we recap it again, the keys are when we take the hand off, Dash, we want to have our hands which way? Show us your hands. Make that pouch, and we call it our pouch, kind of like a kangaroo pouch. Have some fun with them. That hand's going to be underneath the elbow. This hand is up. We should be able to slide the ball in there and have a great exchange. And so that's what we need to do to be very successful and to have that proper exchange with the quarterback and to be able to take the hand off.
2-point stance.
Now it's about ball security. One of the most important things, perhaps the most important thing for any running back on any level. And to talk about ball security, you want to talk about the 5 pressure points. And that starts with your fingertips, your palm, your forearm, your bicep, and then your chest. All right? We always say when running with the football, we want to keep it high and tight. What are those 3 words, Dash?
High and tight.
Gotta keep it high and tight. And so we're gonna have Dash, now he has those 5 pressure points down. So now he's gonna have the handoff. He's gonna have the ball here. And what you wanna do, one of the key things to remember, tuck the ball away, Dash, high and tight. How do you hold it? All right, I'm gonna just slide around here. You don't wanna be able to see any air through there. So he's doing a nice job. We talked about those 5 pressure points. We talked about fingertips, the palm of the ball, the forearm. He's got his bicep, got it pinned, and across his chest. So now it makes it hard to get that ball out. You don't wanna see any air going through there. You want that ball to be high and tight. Again, so important to have proper ball security. All right, ball security. Don't let that defender take the ball out. Now, what I like to do, this is very technical as we talk about this, let's have a little bit of fun with it. You gotta have fun with these guys, mix it up. So what we're gonna do now, this is kind of my MacGyver trick. You guys probably won't know what MacGyver was, but your parents should have an idea. You can Google it at home. So, MacGyver, all I take is a little Nerf ball. I put a little string around it, keep it nice and tight. Now I'll tell Dash, go back to those 5 pressure points on holding the football. And then what you want to do is you want to just stand right behind him, take a little bit of that lag out of the string there, and Dash is just going to kind of jog forward. He wants to protect that ball, have ball security, but I'm going to try to pull it out. All right, just like any defense that's pursuing going to try to do, his job is to protect the ball. Don't let me get it out of there and have that ball security. So on Hut Dash, you're just gonna lightly jog forward, keep the ball high and tight, pressed against your body, 5 pressure points, don't let me get it out. All right, here we go. Ready, set, go. Good, good, good. And then you can just yank on it. Try to get that ball out of there. Make him work. Challenge him, get that ball out. Nice job. Good. Way to hold on to it, Dash.
Basically, just
Excellent.
that
Excellent.
ball.
He had such a great grip on it. All right, came right off. So now we're gonna put it in his non-dominant hand and make him do the exact same thing. Because the only way they're gonna get better at this is they gotta rep it, they gotta practice it. So same thing here, Dash. Hold on to it, good stance. 5 pressure points, got it covered. Ball is high and tight. All right, then you do the same thing. Ready, go. Nice job. Good, Dash. Good, good. Look at that shoulder protected. See how he dips the shoulder? He dips that shoulder to protect the ball, which is smart. Dip that shoulder to protect the ball. Cover it up. That way we cannot get that ball out of there as a defender. So that's an excellent job. Remember, especially in today's football game, defenses are taught to get that ball out of there. So you gotta protect it. Number 1 job for running back is that ball security. Dash, that was an excellent job of putting it all together. Woo! So now it's about, can you get to the house? Can you make a defender miss in the open field? Can you give him the Skittles, freeze his feet, and make him miss? And that's what we want to work on now with Dash. So we're gonna make it harder for him. We're gonna challenge him. So what we want now, about 10 yards apart. We're gonna have Dash pretend like he has the ball, he's running in the open field. Now my job as a coach is to make this as realistic as possible. That's how he's going to get better. So what Dash is going to do, he's gonna run straight at this linebacker sitting right here. Linebacker that's ready to get him, okay? And then right before he gets to the linebacker, I'm gonna move the defender one way or the other. And once I move him, Dash then has to react, get that foot in the ground, plant, and explode by the defender. So we'll go through it right here. So Dash will be right there. And if you want to make it harder, then you let him get super close to the defender before you make the move. If you want it to get easier for him, then you let him have more distance in between, and then you have him to react. Again, with young guys, what you want to do when you're wiring them, you're teaching them, you want them to get used to thinking on their feet, processing information fast, and then reacting to what they see, trusting their eyes. And so Dash, you're gonna run right towards this defender. I will move it at the last second. Here we go, you ready? Are you sure? All right, here we go. Ready? Go. Nice, nice, excellent job. See, he got up on the defender. He was able to get that foot in the ground, plant, and then cross. He didn't guess, he anticipated. There's a difference between the two. He believed his eyes. Okay, let's try it again. Hustle back, that was good, Dash. Let's try it. Now, everybody wants to score. They want to tote the rock, okay? Watch it again here. Remember, let him get close to the defender before you commit to a move. He's waiting to see what this defender's gonna do. Once this defender commits, then he makes his move. The great ones can make a series of moves in the hole. We'll talk about that one at a later date. Here we go. Run right at it. Ready? Go. Nice. Nice. That time, you talk about foot action. You hear all the experts talk about what's the footwork like for a running back. That was outstanding. That time he felt the defender leaning one way, so he actually started to commit, and then he said, no, that's not right. He got the foot in the ground, he redirected, and that's exactly what you have to be able to do as a running back. That was outstanding. So we had another great day of tune-up with On-the-Go Sports. We were toting the rock today. Dash was doing his thing as a running back. And just to do a quick recap, we started off working the proper stance, and then we talked about the start and the technique and the ability to take a handoff, all right? And of course, every great running back has to have ball security no matter what level you're on, little league, high school, college, or the pros. So we covered the ball security. And then lastly, we had some fun with make a defender miss in space. And that's where Dash got to show off his quick feet and his dance moves in order to get to the end zone. And so we focused on the offensive side of the ball, but don't you worry, we will come to defense in short order. We've now talked wide receivers, talked running backs. We're still getting you tuned up, and we're excited about that. And remember, as we always say, keep stacking great days. That is the key to success. On behalf of Dash, I'm Chris Martin. Thank you for joining us for Tune Up. Woo!